Alright YouTube, what is up guys, Jared Spalding here, and today I'll be discussing how to sell your silver. Alright, so I know I just made a video yesterday about how to sell wheat pennies, but I figured that I'd really kick off this this new series by having another strong episode, because I feel like the wheat pennies really wasn't that general of a thing. I was a viewer requested thing, like I said. So today I'll be talking about how to sell silver. In this video I'll discuss everything from silver coins to silver bullion. So let's begin. Now really selling any kind of silver is the same. However, there's some similarities, I guess. You could say there's some differences, but there's always a few places that you want to avoid. One of them is eBay. Now, many people will tell you that eBay is good, and it's good if you're experienced, but if you're unexperienced, then there's no point of getting started. Quit while you're ahead, because eBay is the worst thing you can get sucked into for selling because of all these fees on it. It'll take as much of your money as possible. Now, if you are going to sell on eBay, I do have a video about how to sell silver and stuff on eBay. You can refer back to that if you wish, but at least I believe I do. But anyway, I probably wouldn't recommend it for anyone, like I said, is unexperienced, or really anyone at all, because like I said, it's bad to get sucked into, and you're just going to lose money in the end, really. A lot of your hard work's going to go towards their paycheck as opposed to your own, and it just doesn't seem right to me. Now, to sell your silver, that depends on what you really have. Another place you want to avoid for all forms of silver is pawn shops, because they'll massively underprice what they're selling you. As opposed to taking off money and in the form of fees, they'll be taking off money in the form of what the value of the item is. So you're not even going to have a chance of getting maximum value due to the fact that, just as you suspect, they are going to steal a lot of the money the object is worth. So here are some places that take less fees, and we'll just discuss them. Now, for selling coins, you might want to go to a coin shop itself, because usually they'll give you a decent value, maybe 10% off or something. I mean, that is still a major loss. If you have a $10,000 coin, you're losing $1,000 on it. That doesn't seem right to me. But it is expensive doing your own coin shop, and a lot of people know that, and know that you won't be able to sell it without them, so therefore they can jack up the prices and massively lower what you're going to be getting for your coins. But to sell for retail value, you'd have to do a few different things. One thing you can do is set up your own website. This would be kind of expensive. There's a lot of places really let you set up your own website domain for very cheap, however, and run it for very cheap. And if you're making money off of it, that you get to keep all of, then congratulations, you're making profit. One good website for allowing you to make your own is GoDaddy.com, which for a very cheap price, they allow you to get your own .com domain. No, I'm not affiliated with them or anything. I just know that they are good. I mean, I've seen them advertised on YouTube, so I decided to check it out, and it is legitimate. It's not fake. I checked it out myself, so you should definitely look into that if you want to make a website. And like I said, you'll get to keep all the money from the coins you sell. I don't know how complex they allow you to get with their websites, so you definitely have to see. But I believe they do let you do business websites. They probably cost a little bit more. But like I said, you'd have to look a lot further into it, because I'm not planning on setting up a website because of all the complexity that goes into it. Another thing you can do is selling coins in the real world, but don't sell them through a middleman. Sell them to you and then directly to the next person, because you won't lose any money. Now, the way you can do this, that works really well, is look for high-end clientele. Look for very rich people who would be willing to invest in these coins. Kind of basically be your own, maybe not stockbroker per se, but be your own middleman. Don't let somebody else take money off of what you're getting from finding you these people. You gotta find them yourself, and then you can make maximum profit. You can, I mean, like I kind of said, you can set up your own coin shop, but it's a lot more expensive than even running a website. More difficult as well because it requires all your time, or at least all your time you're gonna have the place open. If you're not making enough money off of it to, live, then you're gonna have to work a job also, and you're not gonna be able to get any sleep at that point if you're gonna be running this place normally. Now, what you can try to do is set up your own branch, maybe through another company that would fund you in the beginning, and then you can try to get funding from someone else. Of course, you don't owe them money plus interest, and I mean, nobody wants to pay interest. That's why the mafia is so feared to borrow money from, because of the insane interest rates that they charge. And banks do this the same. And I'm sure a company, if you borrowed $10K worth of stuff from them, they would charge you a lot back too. Or they might just take some of your equity, and then you'll never be able to make full profit off your coins, which would make it very difficult. Now, basically, to recap, I'll say that for selling silver coins, the best really method, I think, is for making maximum profit, but the most difficult is to set up your own website. And then you can also, for maximum profits, but this is less difficult per se, but more unrealistic, you can try to find people in high-end areas, and then it just goes down from there, which the bottom of the barrel is really just eBay, because it's the easiest, but you'll make the least money off of it. Now, selling bars is similar, but not similar in the same way. There's some ways where it's similar, but there's some ways where it's not. Selling to people now, rich clientele isn't going to work anymore, because silver is just an investment. Coins, they might be buying for their collection. Like, coins are worth a couple thousand, they might just want them because, rich people, they see shiny things and they buy them. I'm not saying that all about a lot of rich people have the money where if they see something they want, they can buy it, unless they're rich from investing, which then in that case is a little bit different. And then you might be able to sell them some silver bars. Now, one risk with selling them to people through that is that they're going to probably try to undercharge you anyway when it comes to silver bars. It's not like somebody who's willing to pay top dollar for the coin because they want it, because it's like some rare thing. It's just a bar, whether it be 100 ounces or whatever. Even that would be a low value for a wealthy person. So, you definitely would want to be careful with that, because you could definitely lose some money. Again, the whole setting your website thing would work well. To couple your website with coins and bars would be very good, because then you'll have both of them to support yourself with, and you got problem solved. You got now two different sources of income from your one website. I mean, it's one source obviously, but the website itself, but you know what I'm trying to say. Now, of course, when it comes to selling bars, selling them on eBay, it will probably sell faster than expensive coins. In fact, silver bars, for the most part, always sell because of how many people are looking for them. To maximize profit, sell them one at a time. 1 ounce bars is the best way to sell. It's the best thing to have for selling. You'd rather have 100 1 ounce bars than one 100 ounce bar, because you'll make more money off the first one. Of course, you'll probably pay more money for the first one, but if you buy 100 1 ounces and then sell them 1 ounce a piece, you could probably make a decent amount of money. Now, I don't recommend selling any silver bars because they're at an all-time low right now, but this is just for any time, because at any point this information will be relatively relevant. At least right now it's very relevant. eBay's probably still going to be around 5-10 years, and it'll probably still be a giant money-making scam. So you always got to be careful. Now, another thing that you might want to do for selling bars is to look into somebody to help you, because they're just so difficult to sell in the real world compared to coins that you're probably going to need someone. Of course, they're going to take money off. You could go to a flea market with either coins or bars, but coins would be hard to sell and bars would be very hard to sell. So that would be a very high risk factor involved, and you want to be very careful. Well, I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, tell me in the comment section. If you didn't, tell me in the comment section also. I'd love to hear your feedback, give me a suggestion for something you want to see how to sell, and that's it for now. Peace, love, and much respect.